All right, hello everyone. How's it going? It's time to get into some chill in Minecraft and chill, however you want to put it. Damn, the freaking audio is so loud. I don't know what's up with that. All right, well, it's time to get into it. I forgot what we were doing. Yo, what's up, Peyton? How you doing? Oh, yes, that's what we were doing. Yes. I remember. No, you're fine, Peyton. Not a problem at all. Sorry I didn't reply faster than I did. That is not... I'm doing all right. Just having a chill night, you know? Enjoying some Minecraft. Trying to get some progress done in this map, man. It's always super slow, but once you get going, it's like beauty. And I could do it in creative and just like, you know, blow through it, but like, where's the fun in that, you know? Oh, yes. I didn't get to see your reply. Tonight's been kind of rough with the family. Kids aren't going to bed and dogs are being a nuisance. So sorry if I seem a little distracted. I'm gonna go check on the puppy real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I think we're good now. I think he's chilled out. Hopefully. Yeah, I replied to you. Yeah, it's from what I was reading, like you might be right. It's hard to say. I mean, to be honest, Peyton, you just got to do you know, and like they're gonna show their hand one way or another if that is true or not. So just do you. If it's drama ridden right now, just separate yourself and just focus on yourself, you know. Either it'll be a good I need to turn the volume down. This is killing me. Where's overall volume? There we go. Let's go to like 80. Okay. Either they're gonna show their hand and it's gonna be like, okay, they, you know, what was said was right, or they'll be like, hey, are you okay? We noticed, you know, you weren't around, blah blah blah, and you'll just be like, yeah, I was just taking some time for me. What's up, Fire Gremlin? How you doing? You left the disc. Nothing wrong with that. If they inquire, they care. If they don't inquire, you know they didn't care, and then you made the right move either way. Like, that's just how it goes. You like Minecraft music? I love the Minecraft music. Although it was a little loud earlier, so I had to turn it down because it was like whatever that flute horn thing synthesizer sound was just like blaring in my ear. Just the potential of people being fake, and how to deal with it. Yep. Yeah, I mean, all you can do is just do right by yourself. If you don't like the way that things are vibing, walk away from it. If it hurts someone's feelings or they get pissed at you, sucks to suck. I mean, a good example of that, I just recently, probably like 2 weeks ago now or so, I had somebody, basically they soft blocked me, and they were like, I thought they were like a tight mutual or whatever. Obviously they didn't want me in their space on one platform, so I was like, okay, then I'll just exit the rest of the platforms and we don't have to really talk to each other anymore. Even if I see them in a chat or something, it's like, oh, okay, hi, how's it going? Like, I'll be cordial. I'm not going to be a dickhead, but like, I'm not going to go out of my way to like check on them or anything anymore. Like, they showed me what they wanted from me, and that was to go away. So I went away. Yes, I can understand it's hard to make the choice to walk away. But it's all in the perspective. Are you walking away, or did they say, hey, go away? Right? Like, that's how you have to look at it. Yeah, no, I know. Exactly. That's my point, Peyton. Like, I've seen the way people have treated you. You don't deserve that. You know, just set your boundary. Just be like, okay, well, I don't want to be talked like that, or talk, you know, I don't want that kind of talk around me, so I left. If you want to change and want to work on it or whatever, cool. You know, maybe we can reestablish that friendship. If that's not the case, then okay, well, then we don't have to be around each other. Right? Even in physical spaces, it's like, okay, even if you have, let's say you have to be around the person, you don't have to be around each other, right? As far as, you don't have to, how do I want to word that better so that it makes more sense? You don't have to interact, right? You may have to be with somebody, like, say it's a coworker that's like just pushing your buttons. Okay, we have to work together, fine. You don't have to interact with me. Or if you do have to interact with me, it's business only, and that's it. No joking around, no conversation, no small talk, no none of that, just business. And that's it. And if they don't respect that boundary, then of course, you know, maybe it's time to get other people involved, but I think right now where you're at, Peyton, it's just, que sera, sera. Live and let live. Did Majestic? I didn't know that. I haven't really talked to Majestic as much lately. That's sad, but I know they're busy, Wage is busy. They got their own lives going, and I get it. But I didn't realize that they had to make an entirely new Discord because of a handful of people. That sucks. But that's good on Majestic for not even making, upholding boundaries, right? Like, hey guys, I don't like what you're talking about. Let's curb it. Hey guys, we already talked about this. Can we please chill out? Okay, I've already talked to you guys 2 times. This is your last warning. I'm me personally, I'm big on the 3rd strike you're out rule. Like, I'll give somebody 3 opportunities. That they were complete dickheads. I guess they fucked up then. Did I end my stream on Kick? No, I don't think so. At least I didn't. Maybe Kick crashed. Kick has been having a few issues here and there. Nope, it's still up. It says streaming. Live for 14 minutes. Oh, God. I just realized, though. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Transform. Fit to screen? That's not what I wanted to do. The bottom is cut off. What in the hell? Hold on, I gotta fuck with my settings real quick. Game capture. Oh, I guess it's okay. It's just my side. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna... No, I know, Fire Gremlin. Peyton was just saying, did it end? So I was just making sure that it didn't, in case you didn't get to respond to that, because Kick does have issues, right? Love Kick, but they're still working on shit. And it doesn't affect everybody equally. I need to turn on my fan. Hopefully it's not too obnoxious. If you guys hear a lot of fan noise, let me know and I'll just turn it off, but I'm getting really hot. The show ended. Might have been your connection to their servers or something. I don't know. Fire Gremlin's still rocking and rolling on it. But yeah, like, you just gotta uphold your boundaries. And people who care will either alter their behavior or bare minimum have a conversation with you to try to repair that behavior / situation, right? At least try to come to a mutual agreement via what's the term? Oh my God, what's the term? My brain's farting so hard. I don't know. I'm just reiterating myself anyway, so I think y'all get the point. But like, compromise, but not compromise. That's not the word I was looking for, but it's fine. On the old server, I could not have a conversation without one of the people being a massive jerk. Were they just, like, being condescending? Were they being extremely like, you don't have to dive into it if you don't want to, Fire Gremlin. I'm just curious, like, were they being verbally abusive, essentially, or anything like that? Because, I mean, ultimately, that just shows that they were dealing with some issue themselves, right? Like, let's be honest. The whole old psychology argument of, like, projection is, like, extremely valid. Jokes became outright bullying. Yeah, okay. Like I said, You know, that's why I have the third strike rule. I give you 3 opportunities to fix the behavior. If you don't want to fix it, fine. Moving on. Or if you do something like, if Fire Gremlin were to just block me, you just be like, okay, well, I guess that's, you know, Fire Gremlin saying goodbye. Not that Fire Gremlin would. I was just using you as an example because I saw your name first. No hard feelings, Fire Gremlin, but... Pyro agreed to do your sub badge for Twitch. Still haven't gotten that back. Pyro, lots of Pyro did. I didn't know that, but I mean, he is a busy man, so you know, you gotta keep that in mind. But have a conversation with him. Just be like, hey, I've had a couple people that are like, hey, I'll do you know, a graphics or whatever for you. We made an agreement. Still haven't seen it for like months. I stopped caring about it. I'm like, whatever. I kind of had a feeling it was going to happen anyways, but at least now I know with that person, I can't do business with them. Yeah, Pyro did. Yeah, he's busy. Just communicate. I have never had Pyro do anything to make me believe that he's a cheat or a liar. In fact, he's a very good friend, and I trust him at his word, so... unless he aims to make me look like a fool for vouching for him, just try to have a conversation about it with him. I'm sure you guys will come to a conclusion. He might. You could always ask him, Peyton. I don't know if he, Wakeful does. He's busy too, but... Oh, we all go... Yeah. Just an example. Yeah, I mean, it's funny how people just can't take the responsibility of, like, even if you make a mean joke, just be like, all right, I know I was making a mean joke. I was kind of poking at you because, you know, whatever. Just be honest. Like, why can't people be honest anymore? Oh, Peyton was asking if Wakeful did artwork. Amazing drawing person. He's a fantastic artist. Absolutely. He did one of my pieces, and I still utilize it to this day. Yeah, just be like, I'm sorry. I'm at the point in my life, I'm fucking 36 years old. I got kids, I'm married, like I work full time. I do this as much as I can, you know. I'm at the point in my life where I don't have time to sit there and like bullshit with people. If I don't like somebody, I'll be like, hey, I don't like you. And that's that. Like, or not even that. It's even more honest than that. I'll just separate myself from them. If I'm just like, yeah, I don't really vibe with this person, separate myself. And if they come asking me like, hey, why did you like stop interacting with me or whatever, I'll just be like, I don't really like you. Like, you do things that irk me, and I'm not going to ask you to stop because you're being your quote-unquote authentic self. I just don't vibe with it, so have a good day, sir. Or ma'am, whatever, you know. Just trying to dabble more in artwork, but, oh, there you go. Maybe Fire Gremlin can do something for you, Peyton. Why don't you guys link up and DM each other? I mean, I'll be honest. 99% of the artwork on my channel, be it emotes, be it anything except for one thing that I can... Yeah, one of my emotes I did. The rest were all done by the community. There you go, Fire Gremlin. Peyton said DM her on Discord. There you go. Link up. Do stuff for each other. I mean, that's the beauty of artwork, right? Is that you can have multiple artists do something different, and it can kind of all mend together. She's on the Black Legion Discord server. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how I feel like that's kind of the future of really not just entrepreneurship, or even really or not even really business, but economically. I think we the people are gonna have to kind of support ourselves or each other a little bit more, because the government sure as hell ain't doing it right now. So, find a homie who can do whatever you need done. It's the way to do it. I wish I had the diamond. I have a diamond pickaxe on my Xbox map that's got looting 3. Not looting 3. My apologies. What the fuck is it? Whatever it's called that gives you more resources. I can't remember. Fortune. Yes, thank you. Fortune 3. It's got Unbreaking 4. And one other enchantment on it, and I would be done with this and this by now. Like, it just blows through pretty much anything. Diamonds, pff, break that shit in seconds. Yeah, but your diamond art's cool. I feel like you really take a lot of time and effort into making it look as masterful as possible. So, just because you have a set stencil, essentially, or diagram, doesn't make it any less more of an art form. You know what I mean, Peyton? Yeah, the diamond paintings are fucking cool. Takes a lot of patience. I feel like that's one of those like almost Zen kind of practices, because like those things take a lot of patience. I myself would probably try to dabble in them, but I would get interrupted way too often, and I would just be like, all right, I'm done. I think that's why I've really been enjoying Minecraft so much lately, is because it's like something I can wait for the kids to go to bed, I can wait for the wife to go to bed, and then I just like, I get to release creatively and kind of sculpt, you know? It's pretty cool. You need to get there's a lot of things I need to do on this map to get moving along. I don't want to make an iron pickaxe yet. Yeah, the witch art's really cool. I wish Java had, whoops. I wish Java had the same type of coordinates option that Bedrock has. Because I really like having coordinates just up and active. I'm sure there's a mod that I could get. Do I really want a mod? Like, I could. It's not that hard, but goddamn, would it be nice? Yeah, like, I don't know. I should be used to getting interrupted while doing something because that happens at work all the time. But even then, I'm just like, it's like, damn, I know I gotta like interact with customers and help teammates and stuff like that. But can I just finish what I'm working on already? I've been working at it for X amount of hours. I'm almost done. I'm on the last little bit. I just want to finish it real quick. Yeah? Yeah, Peyton. I used to do that a lot too, like when I would work on like my Warhammer 40k minifigs and stuff. I'd just sit there and paint and sculpt and, you know, whatever else. And just listen to music or watch a TV show. Well, not really watch, but like listen to a TV show. Usually one that I've already seen a lot, so like I can imagine the scenes as I'm working. I enjoyed that a lot, actually. That was a nice little coal vein. If I could find more iron, that'd be dope too. I really like the addition of that new deep slate cobblestone. That shit looks fire. And I wish they would come out with more uses for like the dorite and the andesite and the gravel. Not gravel. Well, yeah, gravel too, but the fuck, what's that other shit? The red shit. I have some granite. I just or like copper. They need to come up with more uses for copper, because I have so much of that shit on my other map. And like I was making copper bricks. Not like, you know, the smelted copper. I mean bricks, where it's 9 of the smelted. You were in Deli's? Nothing wrong with Deli's server. He's a good guy. He just doesn't stream as much anymore because he's working his ass off lately. He actually recently got married. Him and his wife are doing wonderfully. I was in his wedding, like one of the groomsmen. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, probably. He tries to get on once in a while, as often as he can. He's really been into Trackmania. That's like his new obsession right now, which is cool. I'm glad he's like finding something to like grind and enjoy again. Nope, they got married. May 26th, I want to say. Him and his fiance actually officially tied the knot. Pretty cool. But yeah, Deli's a good guy. So back to the conversation that we were having about fake people. That's kind of been like my approach on social media lately, because like everybody is for some reason fighting. That's the witch metal. Yeah, that's the witch is badass. Everybody on social media and like the creator space is like fighting over dumb shit. Like, okay, the concepts aren't dumb. Let me be a little clear, right? Like, people were being disrespectful. Okay, let me rephrase it. Some people were seeing other people as being disrespectful towards them or towards their group, whatever. Then the other people were like, no, you were actually being disrespectful to me. High school bullshit. And I'm just like, dog. Life's too short. I don't give a fuck about any of this. So anyways, like, I totally just did the meme to all that BS. Like, there's a whole debate right now about, like, of course, the whole argument about Kick right now is still going hard. We got bots on Twitch coming in asking me to pay for their services, which, you know, I'd rather fucking eat cyanide than bother with that shit. But Yeah, it's crazy, man. Everybody's like kind of out on each other, and it's just like, oh my God. Okay, and don't get me wrong, there are some things that are being pointed out that I find very disrespectful and wrong too, but like, how much are we just gonna sit here and start going after each other until everybody's just like, all right, this shit's dumb, I'm over it. Oh, no. So I get what you're saying, Fire Gremlin, and I agree, right? If someone says, hey, stop joking with me like that, I don't like it, that boundary should be respected. No, these are people just going after each other, like Venom going after each other, like, you're a botter and you fucked your mom and blah 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 blah. And it's just like, oh my God, you guys, stop. If you don't like somebody, don't interact with them. It's almost like they feed off of each other just to get like, oh, the drama clicks and shit like that. And I'm just like, holy crap. Like, the amount of energy and time that they're wasting fucking fighting with each other over, like, it may be disrespectful, but in the grand scheme of life, it's dumb shit. Like, we got to be honest here. Nobody was, like, threatening anybody's life or anything like that. Like, there wasn't actually any, like, crime being committed or violence being had. It was just, like, shit talking each other. Like, just get over it, just move on. Post about something you enjoy. Stop talking about shit you don't care about, ultimately care about. Life's, like I said, life's too goddamn short. Oh yeah, no, it's crazy, Fire Gremlin. It's like, I don't know, everybody wants to be, I don't want to say victim, everybody wants to be the target. And I use target because, like, you know, they're not necessarily victims. They just want to feel like, oh, somebody targeted me and is attacking me, my personality, or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, dude, I'll be honest, if somebody jumped on any social media platform and was like, Meadow Man's a piece of shit and he likes to, you know, kick babies and, like, light frogs on fire or some dumb shit, I wouldn't even see it. And if I did see it, I'd be like, I mean, obviously I've never done that, but you think whatever the fuck you want. Like, I really don't care. Unless you have damning evidence that would be a, you know, upholding in court, I really don't care what people have to say. I work retail. I get told how much of a piece of shit I am daily just because somebody doesn't like the answer I have. Like, you think some jackass on the internet spewing bullshit is gonna upset me? No. Sorry, that's not how it works. Okay, yeah, so there's a difference between like when I would rage at COD, right? There's a difference between emotional outlash in a competition of whatever sorts to attacking people or berating people or belittling people, right? Like, I feel like we all understand, adults all understand that there's like an inherent difference. I mean, I kind of say that, but like, the NFL doesn't allow taunting anymore, which is so fucking dumb. Like, you can't dance in the end zone and celebrate your touchdown because, oh, it might make somebody feel bad. Like, okay, get over it. It's a fucking sport. Yeah, it was freaking the fuck out. That was wild. I've never seen it do that before. It was having as much of a stroke as I was trying to get those sentences out. But yeah, I don't know if there is so much that happens on this earth that you just shouldn't take the responsibility of. especially other people's actions. People are going to behave how they want to behave. Nothing you do or say or prove or whatever is going to change that fact. Like, I want everybody who sees anything, this stream or video or whatever, to realize nothing you do or say is going to change somebody else's actions or opinions. So just fucking don't bother. Do you, boo, and move along. People are gonna love you or hate you regardless. You could cure cancer and they would still find a way to make you out to be a piece of shit if they really want to. Not that it's justified, but it's just the truth. I think you were around when you were starting the... yes, I believe so. I believe you showed me the Wonder Woman. I'm pretty sure that was your first, wasn't it? I can't remember, but I know, like, right when you started doing it, you were like, hey, I'm doing this thing, and I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome, and then you showed it to me. Jesus Christ, now the gravel is, like, having a stroke? Oh, I'm full. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All the little sprites are... Oh, the Poison Ivy one was? Oh, okay, okay. Then it was the Wonder Woman afterwards. I remember both of them, though. I need to turn these into stairs so I don't have to keep pressing the jump button, because this is obnoxious. My little castle in the sky. Well, it's not really a castle. It's just like a cabin. Cabin in the sky as opposed to cabin in the woods. What am I doing? I need to drop shit off. I'm really gonna need to, like, access outside or create a tree farm. One of the two. Because this is just insane. I need to organize my shit as well. Let's cook the iron. It's the coal we found, I guess. We're like running out of wood everywhere. Spelling hard. There we go. Oh, they have attack speed on... They show attack speed on Java? That's crazy. Never noticed that. You still need to finish the Wonder Woman one? I'm sure you'll get around to it. Where do I want to start? Clear this area out. Start laying the foundation for the castle. Horror mystery one. Ah, nice. I forgot about that horror one. Yeah, there's... Trust me, I understand. There's a lot of things I gotta finish too. Including my house. It's just... It never feels like there's enough time. But we're getting there. We finally kind of got the house back into, like, a flow so that I can start working on the extracurricular projects. There you go. Might as well, if you've got time off of your responsibilities. Artwork now? Nice, Peyton, that's awesome. I love seeing the community come together. Eventually, once I start getting my projects in the house completed and I can start doing more fun things, I want to set up like a camera and a computer or something out in the garage so I can work on like bigger projects and stream it. But that's going to take a while. Well, it depends. You never know what happens in life, right? Like maybe something will come along and push me to go full-time in streaming. Not saying that I expect it, just saying it could happen. And then that would come sooner, right? Because I'd be more so working from home. I don't see that being the case anytime soon, which is fine. Like, I'm pretty busy at managing inventories right now, but you never know what could happen, right? Watch now, I'm going to get an email from a Nigerian prince saying that they're going to give me $1 million if I send them 1,000 or something silly like that. Do y'all remember those old scam emails? God, they were so dumb. Like, yeah, okay. Out of everybody in the world, I was chosen for this fortune. I don't know how people fell for it. I still don't understand it. Like, even at work, we get scam calls, and it's like, oh, yeah, we heard you had a problem with your pin pads, or there's a customer complaint, and we need you to give us money. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to unverifiedly give you money. I don't give a crap if you're the president of the company. You better figure out a way to prove that that's true. Were they really? I feel bad for the people that get scammed, but damn, how could you not, like, a little critical thinking? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. Please don't take it that way, but like a little critical thinking. Right? Like, maybe I'm an asshole for thinking that way, but like, shift click is what does it. Okay. Just a little bit of critical thinking. Yeah, unfortunately, it is the elderly women that end up getting taken advantage of by those kind of scams. Like, my grandmother has texted me before. Hey, I just got a phone call. Somebody said they were you and that you were in jail. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm at work. So, wasn't me. A dog off the internet? Oh, man. See, that sucks. Because, like, you know, the way that adoptions usually work, or even like breeder purchases, yeah, you have to pay first before you get the dog. Now, granted, I will say your grandmother should have thought about the fact that she hadn't seen the dog yet in real life, but that's neither here nor there at this point. But scammers, you know, people have started getting wise to scams, and now they just try to do crazy shit, like use AI to take clips of your voice. So, like, if someone says, hey, is this Fire Gremlin? Don't ever say yes. It'll piss off the scammer too if you say anything else. If you say like or speaking or anything like that, they'll get pissed off and usually hang up because they're waiting for you to say keywords so they can clip it and use your voice to approve things, which I don't think we should be able to approve things with voice, but that's a different topic. Well, it's not a different topic, but that's a different conversation. But yeah, you got to be careful with scam. That's why if I don't recognize a phone number, I won't answer the phone. Unless I know for a fact somebody that is calling me because they're like, hey, I'll call you at 2 o'clock or whatever. And then I see, you know, a phone call at that time. Like, okay, yeah, that's the person trying to reach me. But otherwise, I don't answer it. They can leave a voicemail. I'll call them back. Easy. Don't have to deal with scam calls that way. A supposed captain or colonel in the army. Oh my god. That's fucked. That's fucked. There's absolutely no reason that somebody should be able to get away with scamming people by saying that they're from the military. That's like hella stolen valor. And they should be strung up by their testicles. Oh, I see you down there. Whoops. Yeah, we're gonna make this not dirt anymore because, like, dirt, if a creeper were to blow up in this dirt area, like, that's GG's for me. See, this is why I love Minecraft. I can just do shit. And y'all might be thinking, God damn, he's really ADD tonight, but like, I'm just doing shit because it's like, oh, okay, I can start doing this and start doing this, and we get to have conversations, and I don't have to focus on, like, you know, getting kills on other players or anything like that. We can just talk, and I can just bullshit, and if I die, well, I died. You know, Minecraft's got plenty of resources that even if I lose something super rare, it's like, okay, I'll find another one, no biggie. Almost fell right there. Now, obviously, I don't want to die. I'm not going to go jumping off cliffs for the fucking fun of it unless I'm, you know, I don't have any food and I'm starving. Quickest way to refill your food meter, but that's besides the point. Yeah. Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet. So wait, did they ever find out, like, who did it? Or were they just, like, super pissed off so they started digging into, like, phone numbers and stuff trying to find the person that scammed their mother/mother-in-law, your grandmother? You have no clue? Ah, that would be a cool story. I want to hear that. I want to hear the full retelling of that story. That's crazy. Or at least the different perspectives. Because, yeah, I'd be hella heated, too. Yo, Oraculum Tavern coming in with this sick raid. Thank you so much for coming on over. I was just about to say, are my alerts not working? But I see that they're working. Sweet. How you doing, Tavern? OT? Whatever. However you'd prefer that I address you as. Thank you so much for bringing your community over. I hope you guys had a great night. What were you up to today in your stream? Oh, did you? Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, Peyton. You know, you just gotta focus on you. It's all good. Yo, what's up, Cosmic Squirrel? Hope you are having a great night, evening, morning, whatever it is for you. Taverner Darius. Okay. Showing you scary monsters in a game. Ooh, playing some macabre. Ooh, okay. Okay. How was it? I'm going to check that out. I like horror games. I'm assuming it's on Steam. Oh, this might break. I'm going to do it on my mobile phone. Macabre. There it is. Okay. Yo, that looks dope. WeForge Studio. 4-player co-op nightmare. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to wishlist that. That looks dope. Performance fixes. That looks really cool. What were your impressions on it? Extraction horror. That's cool. What were your favorite parts about the game, and what were your least favorite parts about the game? You touched a plant today and it fucked up your leg. You don't know what it was, but it felt like I stood in a fire ant hill. Listen, to all those people out there that say, oh, go touch grass, see what happens? You could have caused that. Not all grass should be touched. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Fire Gremlin. Hopefully you can find something to relieve that. It's insane. Yeah, sorry. Just so everyone from Tavern's chat, I am multi-streaming. So if you hear me talking and you're like, there's no one there, is he like just insane? Like, yes, I am insane. But that's because I have 3 kids. I'm not hallucinating. I just have different chats going on. You get a 7 out of 10. The audio for mics is a bit finicky. So that had a... Okay. So I'm assuming like the game tries to listen to mic output to like figure out where you are and harass you some way or something like that. Collisions need work. Okay. Collisions. So... it's a demo, right? It's got key concepts in it, but like maybe they don't work exactly as they need. Is a wild time. Oh my god. Does it like freak the fuck out when you try to go up a hill as your character's like and you're like, dude, just get up the goddamn hill. Your character starts looking like they're doing a Fenty bend or something, and you're just like, oh, God. Please just get up the hill before we die. It's a lot of optimizing. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, and y'all can tell me I'm full of shit if you want, but, like, games nowadays are not optimized as well as they should be, so... I think at this point, any video game that comes out from like 2020 on needs better optimization. Like, let's just be honest. Very few games actually take the time to make sure things are optimized and work well with multiple computer configurations. And like, I get it, right? Making games for platforms is so much easier nowadays, where it used to be the opposite. Making games for PC was a lot easier than making games for console. Back in like I would even say as far as like the Nintendo 64 era. So like pre CDs. As a college dropout. So there's no jumping, but a lot of the surfaces you can't walk over even if they look like they can. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I could do video game development either. I tried learning. I took one course in college for computer programming, which was a basic. It's literally called BASIC. It's a programming language, very simple. I passed it. I did a lot of, cool things in it, but like I don't feel like I have the brain for programming. And it's not that I can't do it, because I could like struggle through and figure it out. It's that I don't I can't see the vision while I'm doing any sort of programming, even though I understand what I'm doing. I don't have that kind of like intuitive knowledge or intuitive hold on, I'm having a stroke right now trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. I can't conceptualize it. Oh, I got you. Yeah, and that's the hard part too with schools is like, and I think that's kind of why I struggled in my programming class, because the teacher just didn't explain it in a way I could understand. So I literally had to like grab him, not literally. I had to like stop him and explain to him, I'm not understanding. I think it was about arrays or something. I'm like, I'm not understanding this concept. I can't get it to work. I need you to show me where I'm screwing up because I don't get it. Like using Unity or maybe, I don't know. Probably because it's a little more physical. Probably would do better with that. I have done art, so I'm pretty good at like computer graphics and stuff. If you remember, you already gave Chiz. Yeah, no, I know, Peyton. You gave lots of opportunities for them to change their behavior. Sorry, we're having like two different conversations here, but I want to make sure to address everybody equally. I know you did your best to give opportunity. It is what it is. You know, you just gotta, like I said earlier, all you can do is uphold your boundaries. If they don't respect them, fuck them. For the less techie people, that would be cool. Actually, I think you could do really well with that tavern. Like, see, here's the problem, right? And this is not a diss in any way, so if anybody takes it like this, well, examine yourself a little better. A lot of programmers have uncommon, not behaviors, but like societal tendencies, right? So I feel like when it comes to them teaching a class, like they don't necessarily know how to teach in a way that can be easily grasped by multiple types of thought processes, right? And again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. This is just an observation. They definitely have different mannerisms or approaches to problems than other people do. So if somebody can, and it's not even like a tutorials for dummies, because it's not dummies, it's just like, okay, how about like programming tutorials for artistic people, or programming tutorials for mentally driven people? You know what I mean? Like, because there's so many different types of it, almost like personalities of thought process, that I feel like you have to kind of make a tutorial for each type of thought process so they can get it, right? Just, yeah, exactly. It's literally just speaking a more understandable, not even language, but like accent in a sense of that language, right? Because the class I took was in English, right? It wasn't in any other language. I'm in the US. It wasn't in any other language. But I couldn't grasp it. I was like, what in the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, I don't understand. I don't know why I did that. I don't understand what you're trying to explain to me. Or like, even like another example would be like, oh, like maybe there would be a tutorial book for visual people and a tutorial book for like hands-on people, you know, or like audible people, like people who can hear instructions and execute them better than people who can read instructions and execute them. Like, there's so many different ways that people learn, right? It could even be something as like just a dictionary of like commands, and it's just like, all right, go fuck around and find out, program something crazy, you know? Like there's so many different ways that people learn, and I just feel like a lot of tech classes, they kind of just come at it from one direction. And that's a lot of school too, right? I feel like the reason why those techie people do so well in those techie type classes is because they speak a certain dialect of learning, as opposed to like people who do English or social studies or art or whatever. And everybody kind of excels at their own spot. But that doesn't mean you have to speak that dialect to learn it. It just means that you have to approach it in a different manner. So even something like, maybe it would be cool, Tavern, if you could figure out a way to develop an app kind of like Duolingo, right? I've been doing Duolingo to start refreshing myself and relearning Japanese and try to get better at Japanese because I love the language, and I was tutored for like a year and a half by a Japanese native to learn it, and it was awesome. But I didn't stick with it, so obviously I forgot a lot of stuff. But the way Duolingo approaches learning, it's digestible, it's easy, it's kind of customizable as far as like, okay, how do you want to approach this language? And then you kind of set parameters, and it's like, okay, cool. We're gonna adapt, right? So maybe like a programming tutorial program like that, but for learning whatever, C++, Python, C++, whatever, right? It'd be kind of cool. Full of pages, and each one can have a different number on each page. On the front of the folder, you got to put how many pages are inside of it. So if you want to have a folder with 10 pages, you can store 10 numbers in the folder. See, yes, I could understand that visual. That was a beautiful way of putting it, Tavern. And I feel like I would have done better if my teacher approached it something like that, right? Because me personally, I deal with like hypotheticals or like poetic wording very well. You could be like, oh, so an array is an army of orcs, and you know, each orc is numbered 1 through 10, and when you create the command to call upon number 5, you have to make sure to address the entire group and then number 5, and then it can pull that file or whatever. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I totally get it, right? But just like, oh, have this command target arrays and then grab this, and I'm like, what do you mean? The hell do you mean? What I don't understand. So yeah, it's I think you're onto something there, Tavern. That might be a moneymaker idea right there. I'm just saying. And I know there might be other, you know, forms of that concept out there. Like, I'm sure there is an app, like I mentioned, but I haven't heard of it. So either they're not doing something right, or the idea hasn't happened yet, or, you know, maybe it's just like above everybody's pay grade nowadays, since, you know, we're all struggling. So maybe you conceptualize a cheaper option or something. Like, oh, as a programmer, yeah. And I mean, like, nowadays, even so, like, I'm sure AI can fetch, you know, programming assistance faster than Google can, right? Or it can at least explain it in a better way to be useful in whatever situation you're trying to use it in. And those are the kind of cool things that I feel like, I don't think that AI can replace teachers, because AI doesn't have the nuance of like what teachers are capable of like figuring out weird scenarios and stuff like that. But they definitely can give, like, I don't know how I'm gonna approach that angle. I'm not gonna be able to really snag that, but I'm gonna want to, because I'm a perfectionist. Not a perfectionist, I just like things done right. Oh, maybe I come at it from that angle. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So we just like flop. No, fuck you, dirt. And then, yeah. Some of you may be wondering, what in the hell is with all that dirt? Basically, it's just it's a grid. It's a giant grid, and I'm building a giant castle inside my grid. That's the ultimate goal. And right now I'm just like piecing together the floor that I had as dirt at first to try to figure out how wide I wanted it and how long I wanted it. And now I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to be able to be blown up through my floor or have this fuckboy Enderman pull up pieces of my floor and me not realize it and fall to my death. So, because as you can tell, we're kind of high up. So I'm making it out of stone. If you decide, Peyton, if you decide to do something, I will not tell. That's not my business. I want everybody in chat to understand something right now. And this is something that I've had to proven at work. And now everybody kind of like knows they can rely on me if they need to like confide. I am a vault. If you want to tell somebody something and not have it repeated, as long as it's not a crime, let me be the first to tell you. If it's a crime, I'm a snitch. But if it's not criminal, like, you can tell me and it goes in the vault and I'll never speak of it again. And then out of chat as I'm hopping on. Oh yeah, no, you're fine. I hope you're enjoying Warframe. I haven't played Warframe in decades. Not decades, but like a really long time. I'm glad to see people still play it. That game's a lot of fun. There you go, Peyton. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Protect your peace, like I was saying. And if you want, we can even delete the chat message so that he can't go back and track it. If you're really that concerned about it, I wouldn't care, to be honest with you. Just be like, whatever. If he finds out, fuck it. He's gonna find out eventually, anyways. If he cares. If he doesn't care, then it didn't matter, right? That's what I was saying. If they don't care, it's not gonna matter what you do, anyways. They'll never know because they won't. They won't research it. They'll just be like, whatever. All right. Like I said, I'm just letting you know it's an option, right? I'm trying to look out for you. But I wouldn't even trip if you identify as so. Good job, Fire Gremlin, for being inclusive. No, I know you didn't know, but I appreciate you being considerate. I think that's something that, like, how do I want to approach that conversation? Politically, I think it's out of control, right? That whole situation. But I think individually, it's 100% a positive thing in nature to, like, a positive trait for a person to have to be respectful of individuals, right? Does that make sense? Yes. You have definitely sent me IRL pics of you and like your puppy and stuff. So yes. I mean, many would say I identify as Jesus, so like, you know. So much bigger. Been playing since 2015. Bigger? Oh my god. I can only imagine. The game was daunting when I started playing it. I couldn't even tell you, like, there was some Prime that came out when I started playing, and then I ended up getting it, and everybody was like, oh, that's awesome. And I'm like, alright. Like, it looks cool, but, like, what does it do? And, like, I didn't know jack shit. I liked running around and slicing stuff up with a sword. You have? Yeah. No, I get... That's, like, my nickname. When I was at GameStop, I was known as Video Game Jesus. I'm known as Jesus at my current job. Like, I just get called Jesus, and I'm like, whatever, it's fine. Like, I vibe with it. It's better to be compared to that than, like, some other individuals in history, right? Like, if I'm going to be compared to any person, Jesus is a pretty good fucking call. Dual commas, best time. Ooh. Yo, what's up, Pyro? How's it going? You have eczema. Aw, that sucks, Fire Gremlin. Eczema is a bitch. I have seen the terror of it, and it's a pain in the ass. You accidentally sent too early? Oh, the I have. I thought you were talking about... Okay, well... Sorry for that outburst of narcissism. Just kidding. Black Jesus. Hey, why not? I would have been like, yes, my child. And then you have to make a joke that, like, would be a little blasphemous, but, you know, like, Jesus would actually laugh at, like, I could turn your water into Crown Royal or something like that, or some Henny, or, you know what I mean? Like, shit. Gotta have fun with it. I tell people when they're like, oh, can you turn water into wine? I'm like, no, but I can turn it into whiskey. Like, I'm part Irish. It could be Jameson if you want. Like, oh, fuck. Gotta have fun in life, man. Life is way too fucking short and miserable to not enjoy it. Have fun with it. You just put a finger to your lip. Oh, that's even better. The silent treatment of, like, of affirmation. Just be like, shh. And they're like, oh, I met the Lord. You know, afterwards they were telling people left and right, like, oh my God, I met Black Jesus. And they're like, no, you didn't. Like, no, really. I said, are you Black Jesus? And he just put his finger up and walked away. All, like, extremely mysteriously. Looked back and gave me a wink. I think it was real. And then he just, like, floated off into nothingness. And they're like, wait a minute. Like, I've had people literally be like, yeah, I saw Jesus at the name of my work. I'm not going to dox myself, but the name of my work. People are like, no, you didn't. And then they'll come up to me and be like, oh my God, my cousin or whatever was right. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, they said they saw you here. Okay. They were like, oh, Jesus is working there. And here you are. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I died and rose again and then went to work retail. Like, you know, every single person that thinks about that concept is like, Jesus, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you do that? It's to better understand my children's suffering. Like, yeah, Pyro's in Twitch chat. Oh, fuck. And now there's somebody lurking that's like, because I'm on like 5 different platforms right now. They're lurking and they're like, oh my God, he's so blasphemous. How does he not get struck down by lightning? Like, okay, first of all, Jesus isn't Zeus, okay? Lightning has never been the weapon of choice, okay? I don't know where that came from. But second of all, don't you think for a second that if God made everything, he would also make humor? Just saying. If that's what you believe, like, wouldn't that be a possibility that, like, you know? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, do you all remember the old MySpace joke of every time you masturbate, God kills a kitten? Like, come on. You know that was a hit, a banger. That was a banger for heaven, right? That's okay. I'm just Fire Gremlin. I'm not trying to have like a spiritual conversation here. I'm just having fun. But I feel like that meme of every time you masturbate, God kills a kitten is like akin to the, like, you know, golden comedy of our time, right? I'm just saying. And if not, if I'm wrong, well, I guess I'll find out at the day of judgment or whatever, right? And I'll just be like, my bad. Like, I thought it was funny. I was just joking with chat. You know, we get into conversations and it gets a little goofy. I'm like, I'm sorry. And then I'll get a really hot seat, you know? It'll be like watching the Dodgers in California when they were in California. It'd just be hell. Oh my god. I don't think the Dodgers are in LA anymore. Are they still in LA? Maybe they're in LA. Maybe I'm thinking of the Raiders. I might be thinking, I don't know. I don't fucking pay attention to sports. Like that? Like, I know teams, but like, where are the Dodgers? Oh yeah, I guess the Dodgers are still in Los Angeles. Okay. I guess I wasn't that far off with my sports. Yes, I know they're MLB, Pyro. I just couldn't remember which teams have left LA. I left LA, so I stopped caring about what's in LA. Like, you know what's in LA right now? Fires. Lots of fires and angry people who are committing crimes. Like, that's what's going on in LA right now. And then went back to Oakland, then moved to, yeah, they're in Vegas now. No, I know the Raiders moved to Vegas, which is really funny to me. Like, damn. California sucks so bad they can't even hold a football team. Like, what are we talking about? Oakland A's are moving to Vegas. Good. Nobody can go to their games. Yes, the Dodgers are originally from New York. Are the Angels still in LA? In Orange? Yeah, they're still in LA. Yeah, oh, Anaheim. That's right, Anaheim. I've been to the Dodger Stadium and the Angel Stadium. I've seen them both play. Angels was more recently. I would say that would probably be like 6 or 7 years ago now. When I went and saw the Dodgers was it was the time period that Hideo Nomo was playing with them. And then they also had Mike Piazza. I really liked Mike Piazza as a catcher, and I really liked Hideo Nomo as, I believe he was a pitcher, but I could be wrong on that. Damn it. But yeah, I got to see Hideo Nomo play. That was pretty awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot about the LA Rams. So wait, they have the Chargers and the Rams? So they have 2 football teams. How many football teams does one state need? My God. My state, we don't even have a football team. We don't have any major sport team. It's all minor league. Minor league baseball, minor league hockey. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I don't think so. You might be thinking of the Jazz, but that's Utah. Okay, we have... Oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong. We have the Steelheads, the Hawks. Oh, I guess the minor league team that I was talking about, the Chuckers, are actually a major league team. And the Horsemen, which is indoor football. What the fuck is the difference? Football's football. Those are the professional teams. I just don't see them in like MLB or NFL or anything like that. The basketball team, the Idaho Stampede. That's what comes up. Oh, there's also the Vandals. That's kind of a cool name. Coeur d'Alene has the Wolf Pack, which looks like to be a football team. But I don't know if I would consider that, like, I don't think any of it's NFL. I don't know. I think the problem is that it's less about skill and it's more about money. So maybe with the current growth that Idaho is getting, maybe we'll see a major league team at some point. But as of right now, I don't think it's plausible. Well, like, let's be honest though, some of those players are getting kicked you out and crashed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Fire Gremlin. It happens though. You're okay? Good. I'm glad you're okay, Peyton. I do worry about you because I know you're under a lot of, stress and discomfort right now. So I am concerned about your situation. Fuck, I lost my train of thought being in between multiple conversations. Hold on, let me reboot the brain. Let the stroke pass. We were talking about Major League Sports, growth. Oh, Players and their pay. Yeah, there's some players that are getting paid just like way too much, in my opinion. Like, I'm sorry. When one specific player on a team is getting paid like double, triple digit millions or whatever the fuck those contracts are, like, okay, I get they're good players, but like, A, I think it's disrespectful to the other team members, just being honest. B, I think it's disrespectful to the people who have stock in that team. Like, because what happens when players are being paid that much? Merch price goes up, tickets go up, etc., etc. I'm not saying they should be paupers or anything like that, but just sent me a laughing DM. All right, cool. But goddamn, like, I don't think they necessarily need to be paid that much, in my opinion. And major sports fanatics or whatever can tell me I'm wrong and I need to go suck on a shotgun or whatever the fuck bullshit they want to tell me, but like, I don't see the value to it. When you just want to do your Zoom call, but your cat wants to start an only. That's awesome. Bro. I wonder. Business thought. Start an OnlyFans page and it's just that. Cat buttholes. How much money does chat think that would make? Like, dead ass. Yeah, I'm glad, Peyton. That's what I'm here for. The randomness that floweth from my mouth is here to make people have a better night. I mean, you're not wrong, Pyro. I just, like, if you were to make a bet on how much that account would make, what do you think it would be? Monthly. Or you could even do yearly. And then, to further that concept, how many of those do you think it would be like like, how many people would subscribe to that kind of channel that would be like freaks about it? And how many people do you think percentage-wise would do it just for the memes? Because I feel like it would be like an 80-20. Like 80% of them are doing it for the memes, 20% of them are doing it because they're weirdos. Because, like, let's be honest, it's the internet. There's going to be a weirdo. At least one. Right? Rule 34. And since there's triple digit millions of people on the planet, I don't know how many. There might be billions of people on the planet at this point. I don't look up the statistic intentionally. Fuck it, I'm gonna look it up now though, because now I'm curious. How many people are on the planet Earth? Earth. Oh, 8 billion. Okay. As of 2023, so it could be higher. And that's obviously a rough estimation, because not everybody, like, says, hey, I'm a person on planet Earth. Count me. But yeah, so there's 8 billion people on the planet. I'm sure at least 20% of subscribers to the Only Cat's Butthole fan page, which is now the name of it, just because I thought about it. Subscribe. 20% subscribe because they're weirdos. 80% are doing it for the memes. That sounds accurate to me. And now everybody from Tavern's chat is like, this guy's fucking dumbass. I'm leaving this chat right now. Or they did that when I started talking about sports. It's one of the two. They either thought I was a fucking weirdo, or they're like, why are we talking about sports? Video games. That's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. No, you're good, Fire Gremlin. I know. I know there's definitely plenty of people lurking that are probably giggling to themselves right now, getting ready for sleeps, but are like, hey, he's talking about cat buttholes and selling them. Oh, wait. Okay. So, I don't know why I'm thinking about this so deep, but like, would that be technically exploiting your cat? Like, does this get into like, what the fuck's the word? Like consent issues? Like, oh my god, you're exploiting your cat. You can't do that. How dare you? You're an evil person. PETA's gonna come and light your house on fire or some dumb shit like that. Could you imagine? What a headline that would be. Entrepreneur's house gets lit on fire by PETA for selling cat butthole pics. Like, what? Would that not be the most insane headline you ever read? I would be crying laughing if I read that as a headline. Like, crying laughing. Like, that's something you'd see in one of those tabloids. You know, like the Sin City Enquirer or whatever the fuck. You know, those magazines you get at grocery stores. The ones that all of you that are listening to me right now ignore as you're waiting in line to pay for your goods. I look at the covers and just like, god damn, they never stopped being wild, and they still go for it, and I appreciate them for it. Because they write about some crazy shit on there. Like, Kim Kardashian's pussy found to have teeth and gobbled off cocks or something like that. And you're just like, oh, what in the hell? How would they even get this story? It's insane. It's so funny, though. It's so funny. Like, I'm serious. Just next time you cross by a bookstore, magazine store, or like at a grocery store, and just look at the random bullshit magazines that just like, they've got some wild fucking stories in them. And I've like picked them up and read the articles because I'm like, I'm curious, how did they get this story? Like, where did this come from? And it'll be like, a source from a galaxy far, far away said that they dated the cousin of the Kardashians, and they confirmed the story of the vagina dentata cock goblin. Like, what? Yeah, great source there, buddy. I'm sure that's exactly who you talk to. It's so weird, but they make money. Like, I feel like that was the original meme, you know, where those kind of like articles, or like articles in Mad Magazine and stuff, like those were the original memes. Those were the cool OG memes. Just really random off the wall shit that is so unrealistic that if anybody believed it, you would get them to a psych appointment ASAP. But they write these articles, and they're wild. That's like where all the original foundings of like the Queen of England is really a reptilian, that kind of stuff. Like the Men in Black kind of stuff, you know, where you watch the movie and like he picks up the tabloids and he's reading. He's like, "Oh, this is where the true stories are." Like, yeah, they were pretty accurate with that representation of how those tabloids are. They're really weird. Great for like comedy material though. There's $1 million idea for somebody. I'm not going to do it because I just don't have the time or mental capacity to do it. But someone out there is going to hear this idea and do it. You buy tabloids, and then you make comedy skits off of the crazy articles you read. But you don't say like, "Oh, I read this article and it said, you know, Kim Kardashian's vagina." No. You like utilize it as like a realistic or relatable story, like, you know, I met a girl who had, and then like you just make a comedy skit out of it. That would probably make bank. And I'm probably not wise for not doing that idea, but like I said, I just don't have the mental capacity for doing that idea. Somebody else can do it. Go be a billionaire, or at least a millionaire. When you reach that capital of success, just remember to be like, "Thanks, metal." I won't hear it, but we'll both know. We'll both know. It'll just be like an unspoken, like, "Thanks, metal." I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just rambling. The ramblings of a deranged man of metal. The Jesus of metal. But that's a great... Or you could even write songs off of that shit. Right? Everybody loves like those weird indie songs that like are off the wall, but like, you know, they make you think. You know what I mean? Like the MGMT style, or like Neutral Milk Hotel style songs. They're just like, really, what the fuck? But then you're like, yeah, actually, I kind of dig that. That kind of, like, it's relatable, even though it's pure nonsense. There you go. Pick up a tabloid, write a song from it. Bada bing, bada boom. There's your first hit. Now just make sure you write another banger from a tabloid, or pick something else random, like one of those stupid attention-seeking online articles made by AI now, but before they just used to be ad service farms. Read some weird BSE article off one of those and just turn it into a song. There you go, hit number 2. Now it's time to go platinum. How are we gonna do it? Where's another weird ass place to get NPR? Listen to like NPR or a late night radio show, right? Something that like your average Joe wouldn't even think about like listening to or utilizing anymore because it's dead media or whatever. There you go. Third banger album. Song. We won't say album because it's very hard, especially nowadays, to have albums come out that are just solid all the way across the board. Acquired hardware? Smelt an iron. Okay. Oh. I smelted an iron something, and it was like, congratulations, you have a penis. That BDE. You have the BDE for smelting something. We're not even sure what it was, but you have it. Damn it. I was on such a run. And then I fucked it up twice. I don't know about y'all, and I'm sure there's someone, they probably left already, but they were in this chat and they were like, what is he doing? This is getting boring. I find this kind of work in Minecraft to be very satisfying. Just like completing what seems like minuscule tasks to complete the big beautiful picture in the world. Yeah. That's where the money's at. Like, don't get me wrong, big, beautiful pictures in Minecraft are cool too, right? Like the pixel art and stuff. Like, some people have made some amazing things in Minecraft. But I feel like, especially in today's age, right? With like the TikToks and the X's and the Instagrams and, you know, everything's like 5-second videos and shit. Like, when 5-second videos was like a rare thing, yeah, it was cool, right? Oh, this person managed to get so much across with so little time. Now it's like every fucking video. And we don't, it's almost like we don't appreciate like the process. No, I don't think so, Peyton. You should send me a picture of that. That sounds cool. And I feel like the process, okay, this is gonna get kind of deep, so sorry for anybody who's like doesn't give a shit. But we have like a mental health crisis in the world right now, right? People are a lot more stressed, a lot more depressed, you know, a lot more erectile dysfunction going on, shit like that, right? It's sad, it's frustrating, it's hard. You know, suicide rates are up, stuff like that, right? Awful, awful. And I think part of it, not a majority of it, but I think a part of it is like we stopped caring about the process of life. We stopped caring about the process of what it takes to get successful because everybody's like, oh, I want to blow up on TikTok in a week. I'm going to make that one viral video that everybody just starts like wanting to suck me off over because like I made this funny joke or whatever. That's not how life works. Those are flukes, and flukes get celebrated more than like process does, and it's sad. So of course, as a society, we're way more like downtrodden about ourselves because the whole concept of building has been forgotten. You know? That, and like Pyro said, and I agree with him, building a Minecraft is extremely special. Like, I don't know. Yes, there are many games that try to do it similar, and there's some games that do similar very well. Like, I would say Ark has a really solid building process. And then there's some that try to do it really good, and then it just gets annoying, like The Forest. I love The Forest as a game, but the building in it is just maddening, right? Minecraft just does it properly. And I don't know exactly why it is, but it is. And I don't think it's because, like, I've heard the argument, oh, it's because they did it first. No. I don't think they really have, actually. I'm sure there were other games that had building mechanics in it that very similar, that just didn't work or weren't well known. But Minecraft just did it right. Most videos are the same pieces of MC footage just with AI. Yeah, that's stupid. It's got purple and blue glitter on it. Ooh, that sounds cool. I'll pull up Discord on my phone. Legos can't be sexy. I bet you feel dumb right now. What is with the Ned Flanders Lego? What in the fuck? Why does he get... Man, he's caked. That's crazy. Safe word must be at least 8 characters long and must contain one special... Oh my god. Twisted Tea, that's sick. That's crazy. Trump to release one gorilla to fight every 100 rioters. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's super cool. Hey, that's a really neat pen. It's definitely a Galaxy pen. Cannot deny that. Okay, we're digging with a crossbow now. Fucking YOLO. I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do in Minecraft. Like, I can't wait till I get this map to the point where I can, like, start doing, like, the farms. Like, the auto farms. Or, like, the auto smelters and shit. That stuff's so cool. Oh, that totally makes sense, Peyton. I could totally see how this, how that type of art would be very hand muscle intensive. Like, I was watching a video because I'm trying to find like a really good XP farm for my other map, my Xbox map. And there's one where you basically build a gigantic portal. When you turn it on, there's a piston that deactivates and reactivates the portal. And each time it does that, because it's built as large as a portal can be built, I think it's like a 200 block portal or something like that. I don't remember exactly what they said. But it spawns a piglin. Not a piglin, but like a zombie piglin every single time, right? And then at the bottom, so it basically is like a giant glass funnel, right? And at the bottom of the funnel, there's a trident that basically 4 pistons push around. So the player has to throw the trident at the ground, and then it pushes it around, and it basically creates a kill box. So every time that the piglin is at the bottom of the funnel, the trident gets pushed and it deals damage. Like, holy shit, this is super cool. But, like, it's so massive that you have to turn it off, or else it can glitch out the entire world and, like, fuck the save over, basically. I don't know any game that can do cool shit like that. That's one of the reasons why I feel like Minecraft is still so good. This came out in 2009. How old was I? We're in 2025. I'm 36. That's 16 years. So I was 20 when it came out. Yeah, I was 20. And I played the fuck out of it. And this, like, I started playing Minecraft before they even had an XP bar. It was just food and hunger. I remember when the XP bar and the enchantment table came out. Copper didn't exist. It was literally just stone, iron, gold, and diamond. That's it. Yeah, no, you do some amazing builds. Like, I feel like you are more creative than I. I just, like I said, I really play this game because I love the process. Like, just this. Some people may see it and be like, how the fuck is that fun? You're just punching grass. I don't know, satisfying. Well, okay, a good example is like Power Wash Simulator. I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there that are like, that game's fucking stupid, you're just washing shit. But then you got all the rest of us degens that are just like, that game's cool because I washed that shit. And you can see the dirt slowly coming off as I make my passes back and forth. Like, you know, we vibe with that. At least I vibe with it. Shit's fun. Hergerger. He got gurgurt. Where the fuck is the sticks? There it is. We'll do 2 shovels. Yeah, I think we're gonna do 2 shovels then. I did not want to do swords. Damn it. I wanted pickaxes. Well, I at least got 2 more. PC building simulator. That shit's that's just a tutorial, like a trainer right there. I think that's brilliant. Simulation games are a lot of fun. Like, I used to love Sim City. I used to have Sim Earth. Most confusing game on the planet. Don't get me wrong, because it just like creating life on that Earth was a bitch. Let me just tell you that. But it was just fascinating to like how things worked or could possibly work. Flight truck sim. Oh, flight simulators are so much fun. I don't mind truck simulators either. What in the fuck? Damn! Sniper, no sniping. Jesus Christ. How did he hit me? That was insane. Yeah, I don't mind flight simulators, but if I'm going to play a flight simulator, I'd rather play like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. I don't know what I'm getting hit by. Oh, I'm starving. Okay, that's fine. Whatever, I don't really care if I starve. And like racing, I would rather play a racing game than a truck simulator. But I don't actually mind the actual simulator games either. Like, I've even had fun playing Farm Simulator, and that sounds like the most boring shit ever to a lot of people, but they're actually pretty fun. You're just garbage as a pilot. It all depends on the game. And plus, when I used to play flight simulators, bro, I had a joystick, man. I had a Thrustmaster. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were vibing with that. Oh no, I'm starving and I don't have any food. Fuck, actually, I don't know if I want to do this. I think we're going to... I was going to be extremely degenerate, but I think I'm going to change my mind and actually, like, slow my roll a little bit here and do something a little less brash. Because I don't want to lose my XP, because I actually started getting really interested in enchanting, which is, like, kind of rare for me. I'm not a pilot. I think I remember this video. I miss Battlefield 4. That game used to be so goddamn good. Pull up, pull up, pull up. My guy, pull up on the joystick. Oh, that was beautiful. You know, different strokes for different folks, man. Do you remember, did you ever see, I'm sure you did. Did you ever, or were you there? You might have even been there. When I was playing Far Cry 4, and I got the plane stuck in between two trees, and it was just rocking. I know you were on keyboard and mouse. I just meant like joystick as far as like in-game. That was a funny clip. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it's gone because Twitch decided to start deleting clips after so long. And I think it's gone. I'm looking through my clips to see if it still exists. Code Vein. I need to play that game again. Yeah, it's super gone. Damn. That shit was funny though. This first. Damn, can we hit all AR diamond skins? I tried so hard. So hard to get all the diamond skins. Or to get the good skins in Black Ops 6. I wish I could go back, but that game just turned to such doggy doo-doo water. All clipped by you? Yeah. You clipped some pretty amazing moments. I'm not gonna lie. That was a while back. That was a long time back. Like I said, that was Far Cry. Maybe it was Far Cry 5 when Far Cry 5 first came out. I think is when that happened. Yep, look at that booty though. Get clapped deli and mistakes were made. God damn, I can't believe mistakes were made is my third highest viewed clip. That's when I was getting really good at Apex Legends and I was like trying to start doing like crazy like wall bounces and shit like that. And then my dumbass just like vaults off a cliff. I forgot you posted that on there. I totally forgot about that. That was good shit. Does live stream fails even like exist anymore? That's why the increase in views. Well, shit. I appreciate you doing that. That was awesome. Probably. All the fun stuff gets broken, unfortunately. Fun's not allowed to be had anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, they did some kind of shitty shit, but like, I feel like it was more fun than what like X and TikTok and Instagram have become with Reels and short videos, shorts and stuff like that. Am I not in your D? Cautious Smoky Moose Panic Basket. That's crazy. No, I don't want to add it as a source. I just clicked on it, you dork. Clipped out of context. Am I not in your dick? Am I not in your dick though, Pyro? The fuck, bro? The crazy part is I know some people would get so pissed off at that clip. Oh my god. It's so horrible. They made it sound like I said dick. I think it's fucking funny. Dick sword, yeah. Instead of Discord. Dick sword. I still call it dick sword. I think that shit's so funny. Like, they had to have known that was coming. When they first found that company, they had to have known, like, people are gonna call it dick sword. If they don't, we're gonna be highly disappointed in our community. Oh, it's like that. I don't know if you guys have seen that new logo for that group that Kamala Harris put together. But it's funny as fuck. Maybe it wasn't Kamala Harris. It basically looks like a... Oh yeah, here it is. Kamala Harris for the people. The logo just looks like a bunch of people holding each other's dicks. It's so fucking funny. Let me see if I can get like just the isolated image. God, this shit's so fucking funny. Oh, it was the proposed artwork. Okay, whatever. And your name TK'd him? Yeah, well. Open image, new tab. That's what he asked for. Here you go. Here you go. Window capture? There you go. Oh, jeez. God damn it. Open my browser so you can see all my tabs of my profiles as I was doing my dashboards. Yeah, that shit's fucking funny. I don't know who decided that that was like the good idea, but that was not the good idea. That shit's not the good idea. It literally looks like a bunch of dudes jerking each other off. Circle jerk. But I think it's... When I saw that, I was like, God damn. There's a lot of bad logos. A lot of really bad logos that people don't like. Like, okay, remember earlier when I was talking about how, like, developers or software engineers, stuff like that, like, they view the world different and have, like, their own basic, like, dialect of English. So it makes it harder for teach other people with different thought processes. The same could be said for graphic designers. Like, it seems like they never zoom out and really look at the graphics they design and go, oh, like, I tell you. And it's not even graphic designers, product designers do the same shit. Like, there are so many things. Like, there's entire Reddit threads, like, r/mildly penis, where, like, things just kind of look like dicks. And they actively sell them. And nobody bats a fucking eye at it. And I'm just like, bro, how did you not see that and just be like, yep, that's very phallic in nature. This was used 6 years ago. Steam overlay ideas. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I remember when you were doing the stage thing. Did you never end up doing that? What do you guys think of that shit? That was such a cool idea. I think you should revisit that idea. Make it happen. That was good shit, Pyro. Ooh, you're gonna let me pick what you do next? Now, is this out of stuff that you already have, or are you going to, like, go buy? Because I will definitely, like, start researching ones that you can hopefully get your hands on for you to try. But if not, I can just choose. But it's unfinished. Life is unfinished, brother. You gotta get that going, man. That shit was cool. I loved that idea. I absolutely loved that idea. And like you could even have like the pyrotechnics go off in different patterns depending on what kind of alert gets played. I don't know exactly what would go into making that happen, but you could make it happen, and that would be really fucking cool. I guarantee that there's already a plugin or something that you could rig to get that to work. Redeems in your account. Okay, that's fair. I mean, yeah, you could do that too, but I was just thinking like why not both? That's what I was thinking. Why not both? Or maybe do like different fireworks displays for alerts. Just a concept. You got 6 to choose from. You got horror, Wonder Woman, Elvis, elephant, and mini ones, which are easy to do. Honestly, this is gonna sound, you're gonna be like, well, I did not expect that, but I think you should do the Elvis one next. That sounds pretty dope. Oh. Wonder Woman. Wonder Whore. I don't remember that superhero, Dad. Quiet you, back in my day. Into heavy 3D design. Yeah, I'd like to do something like that too eventually. Like, I was messing around with the 3D modeling program Rhinoceros for a while. And I may still have it on one of my old computers. And I'd really like to get back into that. I just don't know how I would, like, import that into, like, Lightworks or a video editing program to make it, like... Because essentially you'd need to create the 3D model, then manipulate the 3D model inside of the editing program to get it to do like the motions that you would want, right? And that's the part that like I have no clue how to do, but when I figure it out, it's over for everybody. I'm gonna start doing like the craziest shit. And I already know what you're thinking. yes, dicks will be flying across the screen. No, not really, but like, that could be kind of funny. For the 100K redemption that I still need to figure out what the prize for that is. It's just dicks flying. Like, y'all remember the old Gateway toaster screensavers, right? Or no, that was Windows. The old Windows toaster screensavers. Imagine that, but just dicks. With the Elvis, but you have them now. That's awesome. Yeah, I think you should do the Elvis one. That sounds cool. Pay some homage to the king of rock and roll, you know? Since you're close to Memphis? Hell yeah. Go old Tennessee. I've been in Tennessee. I've been close to Nashville. Like, really close. But I don't think it was directly in Nashville. It was just kind of, like, outside of it. Tennessee's a pretty cool place. You're 20 minutes from Nashville? Nice. I don't remember exactly where we were. I wish I would have taken pictures of the travel of that. I went on, basically I went on tour with my buddy. We went from California all the way to Ohio. And then back, and we stopped in Flagstaff, Arizona. We stopped in Amarillo. Hold on. No, first it was... There was 2 cities in New Mexico we played in. And I don't remember... It might have been Albuquerque and... what's the other place in New Mexico that's famous for the aliens and shit? Brain is farting. Anyways, I think it was Albuquerque and that place that I can't remember because I'm dumb. What the fuck is the name of that? I should know this. Roswell. Jesus Christ. Why was that so hard? Roswell. Yeah. Yes, Peyton. So we played in Roswell, then we went to Albuquerque, and then we went to Amarillo, Texas. And then we went to... I think it was Austin. Played there. Then we went through... We hit in Tennessee because we were visiting our mutual friend, and then we went to Ohio, and there was a blizzard that year. It was like 2006, and we got caught in that, and we almost wrecked, but my buddy was an insanely good driver and managed to fix the spin out, mid spin out, so we didn't actually crash. And then yeah, that we just drove back home. We went through like Oklahoma and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's probably one of the coolest trips I've ever been on. Second coolest trip would probably be, fuck. I've been to a lot of cool places in my adulthood, kind of made up for my childhood because we didn't really go anywhere. Honestly, the trip from California to Idaho for the first time was really fucking cool. And it's like a really easy travel because it's just the 20 all the way across. Super easy. Dang, that's crazy, Peyton. Gotta be careful in Nashville. Too much drinking. Not good for you. It's so weird. Why does the grass dirt block sound different than the all-around dirt block? Does anybody else find that strange? And I just noticed it, to be honest. Damn it. I didn't... Yes, it must all be equal. Elvis has left the building. I don't think so, Pyro. When did it come out? And is it a good movie? I would watch it. I like different types of movies and shit. It was good. 2004? Huh. I'll have to give that a watch. That looks kind of funny. I didn't want to play the whole thing because I didn't want to get copyright struck by some fucking Lionsgate rep or something like that, but... Like, oh my god, you were listening to the audio for our trailer from 2004? You piece of shit. You owe us money. And I'm just like, dude. Fuck off. But no, I'll have to watch it. I like those kind of goofy love rom-com movies from like mainly the 90s and the 80s, but like 2000s weren't too bad. I feel like now they suck, but like my opinion on pretty much every movie that has come out. What's the last movie that I really liked? Super Mario movie. Okay, I kind of take that back. My oldest daughter is really into the Dogman comic series, so we went and saw the Dogman movie, and that was actually pretty good. But like the Minecraft movie, garbage. Did you watch the Elvis movie in 2022? No. I seen Moana 2. Garbage. Comparatively to the first one, of course. On its own, it was alright, I guess, but kind of sucked. All the live-action Disney movies, garbage. Every single one of them. The remakes. Let me be clear, the remakes. You just checked my... Geraldo, Jonathan... You checked out my channel. Awesome content. Oh, thank you, man. Do you realize, Geraldo _Jonathan, that I was this close to never doing it again after tonight, but because of your message, it just came back. Oh, my bad. Actually, I banned you. Fucking bots. Anyways, it's so dramatic. Yeah, the live action remakes of the Disney movies, garbage, all of them. Not a single one of them was good. Like the Jungle Book was okay. Mulan was alright. But there was just key elements I really wanted to be in there, and they weren't in there, and it just didn't hit the vibe. Beetlejuice. I didn't love it at first. Being a huge fan of the original movie, I wasn't really on board with it at first, but watching it a couple times after, I'm okay with it. I just feel like the pacing when I first watched it was really off. Fucking spiders. Spiders! Bitch. Thank you. Like, I really feel the pacing was off on that movie. But afterwards, like, revisiting the movie, I actually, like, the pacing didn't bother me anymore. Beauty and the Beast live action wasn't too bad. It was alright. Again, there was just key things to that movie that, like, I feel like set the original cartoons apart that they neglected to add in the live actions, and that was a poor choice. Yes, Harry Potter getting a TV show, I feel that's exactly like all these Harry Potter, like, AI reimaginings of the movies. Like, how do you know that Hollywood is dead when they just keep reimagining things that only came out, like, 10 years ago? Like, they can't even have an original fucking thought. And I would give ideas for them to make, like, really good ideas that would be really cool to see, but if I utter them, they're gonna happen and they're just gonna be dog shit anyway, so I'm not even gonna utter them again. Like, I'll just go back and watch the old movies. The old animations. Or I'll just watch Japanese movies and Japanese and maybe Korean. Like, you know, I'm not particular to just Japanese movies and stuff, but I feel like Eastern movies, as corny as they can be, are still better than the current Western movies that have been coming out lately that are just dog shit. You'll only watch it because of John Lithgow? I can't even lie to you and tell you who that is, but that's fair. You know what? I would watch it if, like... Who would I watch it if they were in that show? Henry Cavill. If Henry Cavill was in the Harry Potter TV show, yeah, I'd probably watch it. Because he's such a, like, he's a nerd's nerd. If he was behind it, it's probably going to be really good. Okay, so I know his voice. I don't necessarily know what he looks like, but okay. Fucking Lord Farquaad. Is he gonna have Lord Farquaad's hair in the TV show? If not, that's a crime against humanity, and that must be reconciled immediately. Like, immediately. He's supposed to be Albus. If Albus Dumbledore in the TV show is not rocking the Lord Farquaad haircut, I'm gonna just fume. Okay? That would be the most goddamn funny thing on the planet. That would be so fucking funny. Imagine 10 points to Gryffindor, and he's just got that like really dorky haircut. The short long cut that makes him look like a 1930s housewife. That would be so fucking funny. Oh man. Like I said, comedy gold right there. But yeah, I don't know. I can't. Maybe I'm just an a grumpy ass old man, but I just don't vibe with like TV shows hardly anymore. Movies that come that are recent, of course. I'd rather just go back and watch old stuff. Even old stuff that I've never seen before, I'd rather go back and watch that because it had a different feel. And it's not just like Western TV shows. I think overall they just kind of had different feels. But obviously like foreign films and stuff have their own kind of vibe that I can get with, you know? Twilight's supposed to get an animated TV series. God, are you telling me I might have to suffer through fucking Team Jacob and fucking Team Edward again? I don't know. That might be my 13th reason. That's all I'm saying. That might be my 13th reason. No. Why? That would be horrible for me. I know there's a lot of women, majorly, that love that shit, but oh yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think I heard about that. Didn't that get just recently released? My wife and daughter love those movies. Happy for y'all, but vampires aren't supposed to sparkle. You have the book? Nice. Yeah, I'm not a Twilight fan. Send a pic. I feel like I've seen the cover before, but I could be full of shit at the same time. Switch to... That's fucking funny. Oh, it's like a pomegranate. Interesting. Stephanie Meyer, that's her name. Is it a good book? Not that I'm gonna read it, but are you enjoying it? Ha! Pyro, these memes, bro. Sig Newtons is crazy. Star Wars Alderaan jigsaw puzzle. Oh my god. That's fucked. With 4 kids at home, it's cheaper to buy our printer, ink, and book. Okay, that was me with like Game Facts and Game Wizards or whatever. Not Game Facts. Who was it? IGN eventually became. Doom is just hangry. No, Halo is just Alien Doom. Yeah, that I've seen that at Walmart. That portal. Power slash, mighty horror power slashers. That would be a cool. Um, that would be a cool parody. Apple unveils the iBong Pro. Oh my god, Pyro, those memes. Cheat Planet? No, it was something with Game Wizards or Code Wizards or something like that. I'll look it up. I think it was IGN. It was one of those. Okay, maybe it wasn't IGN. There was Cheat Code Central. Okay, I didn't use Cheat Planet often because a lot of their cheats were bad. There was Mega Games. Fuck, what was the name of that website? Game Facts. Maybe it was Game Facts became. I was just started as the video game archive. Fuck, I need to figure this out. Game Wizards. Wizard cheat site. It uses the Pro Action Replay format. Another commenter. Okay, so that was a cheat cartridge, kind of like a Game Genie. Damn, I can't remember. Because Edward belief was to Persephone and to Hades. You enjoy it? Okay, I got you. I remember there was a cheat site. And then it was something like Game Wizards or something like that. And then it rebranded. Cosmic Panda. But I can't fucking remember the name of the site. I used to go to it religiously. Game trailers, Cheat Planet, Newgrounds, Machinima. IGN 64, which okay, yeah. Oh, for sure I will. Damn. I'll catch it one day. I'll find that name and be like, oh my god, this was the website I was talking about. Yeah, cheat sites, man. Cheat sites were the best. Again, one of the original like meme pages too, or meme formats too, was like create a cheat code that was like impossible to make, like complete in the game. Not impossible, but very improbable. And then when it didn't work, everybody would get all pissed off, like, you fucking lied, I couldn't do the cheat. And they're just like, heh heh heh, suckers. Good times. To be truthful, though, there was a lot of cheats at that time that were really difficult to do. Does anybody remember the old GoldenEye time trials to get cheat codes? Oh my god. Oh my god, those were a pain in the dick. Some of them were like, beat the level in like 20 seconds. You're like, what the fuck? Yes, I did hear Brian of the Beach Boys died. That's pretty sad. I mean, dude was old as hell, so, like, not surprising, but still kind of sad. It's almost 1 o'clock. I'm gonna have to get off soon. Was he not the last Beach Boy, or am I wrong? Are some of the Beach Boys still alive? I mean, it's been kind of hard to keep up with who's died and who hasn't. Because, like, let's be honest, right? Keith Richards and frickin' Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stone are still alive somehow. 2 more are alive? Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know how they managed to stay alive, but I mean, at this point, they're basically just necromancers, right? It's not what I was attempting to do, but it works, so fuck it. Ozzy Osbourne's still alive, though he's retired now. Supposedly. Rod Stewart's still alive? Yeah. I forgot about him. think Eric Clapton's still alive, isn't he? I'm trying to think of like old quote-unquote rock stars that might still be alive. Yeah, Eric Clapton's still alive. I'm blanking on his name, but isn't the singer from Led Zeppelin still alive? Or am I crazy? I'm pretty sure he's still alive. Which one? I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I know he had a solo album. Let's look it up. Robert Plant. Yeah, Robert Plant's still alive. Mick Jagger is 81 years old and he's still rocking. That's crazy. Who else is Alice Cooper? Yeah, 77 years old. He still tours. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna oldest rock star alive. Willie Nelson's still alive. Holy fuck. Ringo Starr's still alive. Bob Dylan's still alive. I thought Bob Dylan died a while ago. Pete Townsend. That's crazy. So the ACD, if you're talking about the singer from AC/DC, that's actually the original singer's son, if I remember correctly. The original singer passed second or third album, if I remember my rock history correctly. Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page is still alive? How old is Jimmy Page now? That's insanity. I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm not like wishing these people passed or anything like that. Don't get any crazy ideas. It's mind blowing. Okay, so Bon Scott was a second vocalist. Dave Evans was the original vocals. Bon Scott replaced him. So their original singer's still alive. Then Brian Johnson replaced Bon Scott after Bon Scott died in 1980. Okay, so it's the third singer. I thought he was somebody's son. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Eyes 15 Studio, Black Eyes World Tour, 2008. Malcolm Young retires. Who was the guitarist? Right. Okay. Yeah, I guess I was full of shit with that comment, but had his brother. Yeah. Jimmy Page is 81. Okay, so Jimmy Page. I think Willie Nelson still beats them. He was 91, right? That's what they said. Willie Nelson age. Yeah. Oh, he's 92. My bad. That dude's still rocking. Still rolling. Yeah, he does still tour. It's got to be all that weed he smokes. That's the only thing that makes sense. That dude just 92 and still touring. See, that's why, like, okay, remember earlier when I was talking about, like, focusing on yourself and, like, not following societal norms, you can do whatever you want to, basically, right? Like, people say, oh, you know, you're gonna get too old for that or whatever. Like, Willie Nelson, like, take this as inspiration for anything you want to do in your life. Willie Nelson is 92 years old and still tours. Obviously, he's not doing, like, monumental scale tours anymore. I'm sure they're a lot smaller, but, like, he still tours. When's the last time he toured? Let's look it up. He's touring right now. June 20th, Village of Clarkson in Michigan. Shit. Is he going to be in... Damn, he was in Nampa May 20th. I would have driven to see that. I missed him. Yep. I fucking missed him. I gotta see Willie Nelson play before he dies, man. That's all I can say. Like, just for the state of it, like the fact of it, you know? I can even go to Utah. Utah's not very far away. It's only a couple of hours drive. Go Salt Lake City and see him. $92 years old and still live performing music. I'm sorry, there's nothing like... How can you beat that? How can you beat that? He's coming to Franklin on June 25th. Damn, maybe you need to go see him. Tell me how good of a show it was. This dumb bitch just blew up my cobblestone. Apparently, when he played here in Idaho, it was only like $60 a ticket. That's not bad. To see Willie fucking Nelson, like, come on. It's like seeing the Beatles live perform. Or the Beach Boys. Like, $60 is not bad for that experience. Even if you aren't, like, a terrible big fan, like... I don't know. I think it would be worth seeing. Alright, though, guys, I think I'm gonna get off. My phone's about to die. I'm getting sleepy. I have to be up in 9 hours for my wife's physical therapy from her accident. I think it's time to go nighty-night and dream about seeing Willie Nelson live. Alright, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I love your faces. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. It depends on how the day goes, though. Just being honest. It feels like the days that I don't have work are busier than the days that I do have work lately. So we'll see, but I'll try to get on. I said tomorrow night, I meant later on tonight. You all know what I meant. Words are hard. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. Love your faces. Middleman out.